I do pride myself on being able to admit when I'm wrong. And as hard as it is, I'm starting to think I was wrong. I did vote for Trump. I voted for him 3 times. I supported him on everything. I did. I supported everything. I put my faith and my trust in him. Even when his name was in the Epstein files, I said just because he was knew him and maybe his name was in there didn't mean he was complicit in any of those actions. But, you know, now he can clean house. He can get rid of this corrupt government that we got right now. Drain the swamp, as he said in his, pre-election speech. And I mean, Trump is somebody who does go for revenge, you know? And after like the Biden administration used the Department of Justice to go after him in like a political trial, you know, now Trump has this power to get his revenge. He could expose these people and, they'd be arrested and things. Some of these high powered people that were in the Biden administration and everything. And instead of us getting some kind of answer or Trump, talking about the Epstein files, which he did promise us in his election, that he would reveal the Epstein files. But instead of, getting any kind of answer or anything, he gets annoyed, to say the least.
Mr. President, why wait for Congress to release the Epstein files? Why not just do it now?
It's not the question that I mind, it's your attitude. I think you are a terrible reporter. It's the way you ask these questions. You start off with a man who's highly respected, asking him a horrible, insubordinate, and just a terrible question. And you could even ask that same exact question nicely. You're all psyched, or somebody psychs you over at ABC, they're going to psych it. You're a terrible person and a terrible reporter.
He literally ran on the fact that he was going to tell us about all these people, and to calling her, I mean, I'm not going to start dogging Trump. Trump, yet, we'll get there. I mean, I'm not going to just dog him yet. I give every man the benefit of the doubt. But you're talking about you're a horrible person, you're a horrible person. What about the people she's asking about? These Epstein and all the people on the list. Well, those are horrible people. It used to be cool when Trump would snap at the reporters like that and put them in their place, but now it's kind of like that old political dance. You dance around the question. You don't. He never answers. He might say, I knew him, I threw him out of my club and stuff. That doesn't matter. You have the files and we want them. We were promised the files. We want them. You have the opportunity to clear out all these corruption, all these sick perverts that you've said. It's what you called them, his words, sick perverts out of Congress. But yet, nothing. I mean, the Epstein files just keep getting worse and worse. I mean, everybody that's got any kind of power or influence, I mean, from the president down to the Kardashians, they're all in the files, And I think the dominoes are starting to topple. Just this morning, across the pond over there, ex Prince Andrew was arrested for corruption, something to do with the Epstein files. And I think people want to know, and we're getting tired of it, and it's starting, everything done in the dark will be brought to the light. Social media exposed this. Now we need to use social media to hold them accountable. And don't be falling for rumors of aliens or bragging on how high Dow Jones is. No more distractions. No matter what the government says, we don't want nothing but the files. We want the names. We want to know what the hell went on. People need to be held accountable. If this was people like, us, damn well we would be held accountable. It's like I say, you owe the government 10 cents, they're going to come, lock you up. They could owe you 10,000 and then take them 10 years to pay you. These people need to be held accountable. And, if they've hurt children or, minors like that, then they definitely needs to be something done. And like Pam Bondi said, if they release the files and hold everybody in our government accountable, there'll be nobody left. Good. I hope so. Get them all out. Let's start over. Let's elect people that ain't rich, people that ain't born in some political family. I'm talking about somebody that's normal, like us, that has our best interests at heart. These people are elected by us to serve us, not to rule over us. It is a civil service to be like a president, a congressman, a governor, a senator. They're doing it to help us. I don't feel that no more. Do you guys? Do you feel like the government has your best interest at heart? I don't care who's in the office. Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative, right, left, anything. Do you feel these people have your best interest at heart? I don't feel that no more. I don't. And I'm very disappointed. I'm very upset. But let me know what you guys think, and we, the people, have the power. When we unite, we have the power. Let's use it. We can use this power. They fear this power. That's why they send out distractions like alien technology, how high the Dow Jones is, or this, that, the other. They're going to use all that because they want to divide us. They've already divided us to left and right, to where we're at each other's throats. We have to unite if we want answers and if we want these people to be held accountable. The only way, the only people it's going to come from is us, because they're not going to do it. They're, the lawyers, the judges, the Congress, they're obviously not going to do this. We, the people, have to hold them accountable, because I promise you, the court of public opinion matters more than the actual court does these days, and that's true. You can be found innocent in court, but like O.J. Simpson, everybody knows he's guilty. Everybody knew he did it. Court of public opinion, we know he is guilty. No matter if he was proved innocent in court, we know he's guilty. We, the people, have the power. Let's use it. If not, this corruption is going to continue, and it's only going to get worse, and it's not going to be long before they're going to take all our power, and then we won't have it no more. You ever read the book 1984? Scaringly accurate. Anyways, guys, I don't know what else to say about this. I'm kind of a lot of loss of words for now. I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed. I'm disappointed in our government. I'm disappointed in our president. And like I said, I am a Trump supporter. I voted for him 3 times. But I am very upset and I'm very disappointed. And I want answers, damn it. I want them. I think I pay my taxes. I pay a lot this year. I ain't getting nothing back. I got to pay. And I vote. I voted for him 3 times. I think I'm entitled to these answers. And the crimes I did in the past, I paid for them. I was held accountable. I took responsibility and I paid the consequences. And it's not fair that I had to do that, but they don't. We the people, we're the only ones that can do it. And I can talk to you till I'm blue in the face about it. But until everybody sets aside their differences and unites on this one cause, then we'll never know. And we're only going to tear our country more apart. And that, in return, gives them more power. That's what they want, is for us to be completely divided. We're easier to rule that way. But when we unite as a common cause, think about it. The left and the right has been at each other's throats so much. And we've done so much damage to each other. But think about it. This is the one thing that we can unite on. We both can agree. We want answers and we want these people held accountable. All of them. So I say we get together and we band together and we don't forget this and we don't get distracted. We demand answers. It happened in England. That Andrew, I ain't gonna call him Prince anymore because he's not. That Andrew Winsler, I guess, he's in custody right now for corruption. And that's exactly what we should start doing in this country right now. So if anybody agrees with me, leave me a like. Leave me a nasty comment. I don't care. Please like and subscribe. And I'm sorry, guys. I mean, I'm disappointed. I don't know what else to say. See you guys next time. God bless you. I love you. Jesus loves you. God bless America. Pray for America because we need it.